I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
There we go. I can see it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
We are here at the Mad Scientist. Jesus Christ. Well, with that opening, this is the Joker movie review.
Oh, God.
We went to see Joker with a bunch of friends the other night, and now we're going to give... And yes, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Because I see some of y'all motherfuckers... If you, I'm not going to say... Motherfuckers mad if you put out spoilers because you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it in a week, that's not my fault. Just don't watch this.
But don't we? Well, yeah. Don't watch it. Oh man, that sneeze was so good. Sorry. So we saw the movie Sunday night, and it is currently Wednesday evening. So we've had a few days to sit on it, and this is going to be our first open discussion about the movie together. We decided to wait to hold our opinions to make sure that they're, I guess, fresh and make the most sense logical. So I guess let's get right on into it. So what did you guys think of the movie?
I kind of want Greg to go first.
Oh, man. It was all right. It was dope. I mean, I saw something on Twitter like the following day, and it was like, great acting, check. Great visuals, check. It did like 4 or 5 checks like that. You know what I'm saying? Joaquin Phoenix's performance, check. Every other actor in the movie, check. Entertaining, no. Like it was good, but I wasn't like entertained. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I know you know what I mean. It wasn't super entertaining to watch. But it's a very good movie.
So when you say of entertainment, do you mean, how do I want to say it? It was a slow. It didn't stand out, or it just didn't. I guess it just didn't grab you.
It was just a slow walk into, his mental mind state at the end of the movie. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's torture. It was kind of torturous, but I guess that's what he was going through. Like it wasn't a good life for him.
Okay.
It had a nice little twist in the middle, which I liked. I didn't expect that because some of the movie got ruined for me. Like, people in their spoilers like kill me, especially on like a movie that comes out Thursday night.
Do you think that has your overall impact on the film, though? That
what?
If you saw spoilers before you actually saw the movie, do you think that affects your overall, I guess?
And that's what when you said that, that's why I was like, man, no, that's why I kept telling motherfuckers. I was like, dog, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to know nothing about this, nothing at all.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to have any expectations, no anticipation. Well, I had anticipation.
Well, it was some plot points that was said, but
in
watching the movie, the plot points, like I would have figured them out, like
by watching.
Yeah, just by watching the movie, like okay. But then it was like something else in there that was like, oh, that's different, that's new, that's interesting. That's also a good twist on this character, like his backstory, if this is part of it.
Okay.
And it explains a lot of other things in the Batman, universe, and the Joker's relationship to Batman as far as being a villain and a hero.
This was a different style of story, though.
It wasn't different than, like Punch Drunk Love or something like that.
No, I'm saying as far as the relationship between Batman and the Joker, this one wasn't they've never really given that kind of
correlation to
their
relationship.
There was never a connection between
Right.
the two.
Right.
This one was like a full blown
I'm
connection.
trying to stay away from. I mean, we said spoiler alert, but I'm still trying to stay away from just outright giving out plot points. But I mean, it's a review, you know.
Yeah, it's a review. I don't think. I mean, like I said, if they haven't seen it, then they can come back and watch it after. As soon as I watched the movie, I was like, okay, now I can go back and watch all the stuff. And I've seen some very interesting things. Todd Williams, his name, what's his name? The director,
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips, yeah.
He did an interesting one on Vogue that I sent y'all.
Yeah, that's how I
Vogue
watched
magazine.
it. Yeah, it's the where they break down the scenes. A lot of directors do that. It's pretty good.
As a videographer / cinematographer, like that was interesting to me. The way they, because he broke it down. He was like, "Yeah, we filmed this and we replaced this shop here, but all this back here, this is all He called it world creation. Basically CGI. They just added extra buildings in the back,
Right.
Which to me was like cool because he went into depth with a lot of that stuff.
And they used a lot of practical effects.
Yeah, like because the whole point was to make the movie seem like it was shot in like the he said literally 79,
Yeah.
which is the year I was born. So yeah, so I was kind of
Yeah, it's a period piece. It's definitely a early '80s.
Well, that's what I liked about the movie
period
too.
piece.
With the opening cinematics with the Warner Brothers logo and the style of. What is it? I guess the credits at the beginning. How they're very old fashioned and everything.
He talked about that.
I thought that was.
Shot that on film. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's why it automatically stood out to me. I thought the movie was great.
It was a very good movie. Very good movie. It's just it wasn't. If you were going there to see some action or see some
this
quick
isn't
cuts.
If you were going to see a superhero movie,
and that's what I was. That's what I told somebody the other night.
But I think people would expect it, but when you get to actually sit there and watch it, and the good thing about it is it's only 2 hours, so it's not like you're just dragging into this depressed mindset for 3 hours or a season of a show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If it was a season of a show of this, would have been brutal because it would just been like, dude, like he gets no breaks.
Yeah. So
you'll be more inclined to pull for him,
and it would have been 8 hours of slow burn.
Yeah. And that's never good with anything.
No, you just got to be extremely well at writing to pull that off.
But I think that's the biggest strong point of the film. I thought the writing was great.
Right, the cinematography.
Yeah, well, the acting and just the overall. It didn't feel like a superhero movie to me.
Dude, it was a film. We haven't had a good film in a while, in my opinion. Not like it's something I would enjoy. Like, you have Oscars that will be like, yeah, so-and-so movie is up for Best Picture. I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. I probably never watched this movie. But this is a movie that I think should probably be nominated for Best Picture. Because it's fucking really good.
Yeah, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get an award for that acting.
Yeah, he has to.
Did an amazing job. But he's a great actor. I was watching a couple of interviews with him over the weekend because usually when his interviews are kind of
out there
because he's either playing in character or doing something different. But he was more so being himself or as much of himself as he could be. So he was a little more open in his interviews, and he was just like you forget how good of an actor he is.
Yeah, that end part, man. Like
the monologue, you mean, where just the whole sequence? Yeah, but that's great storytelling, man.
Yeah,
that's great storytelling. And the thing is, and we'll talk about it in a minute, I guess, if you guys want to. But the whole build to the movie is obviously something. And again, I really don't want to give it too much away either. But the monologue, how he talked about. It's just like people like you just wanted me on here so you could laugh at me and make fun of me and it relates so much to today's society. It really does.
Yeah.
The whole time I was watching it, I was thinking whoever wrote this is a genius.
I did think about that towards the end.
Yeah, I was like, that's something that I'll say for another conversation.
It definitely was like, okay, this is not the best way to go about your feelings.
But this is
but
it's the Joker, so
yeah, exactly.
But it also but then again it touches on those very obviously sensitive topics that are going on in today's society. Right. So I feel like that being written in to a movie that's supposed to take place almost 40 years ago, I think that's awesome, and I really do. I loved it. I loved it.
I kind of don't understand. I kept seeing a lot of headlines of people saying that they were walking out of the movie. I don't see I don't
believe that shit.
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't believe it either. I think the movie is dark, but it's not like dark.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's still, again, even though it didn't come across as a superhero movie or an anti-villain or what was it called, anti-hero movie. It still is that what it is. It's a DC comic. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
And that's, again, what I loved about the movie. It didn't feel like a comic book movie to me. It felt like a real...
Although he did say a couple of those scenes, they tried to actually film it to make it look like...
something out of a comic?
Yeah, like a comic
panels.
book scene.
Yeah, panels.
Yeah. And I thought that was interesting. And the fact that like, he's mostly known for comedies. Like, what was the other...
The Hangover.
Hangover. And then there was one other one that he did. I think it was Owen Wilson. Oh, Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
He did that too. And
Todd Phillips?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right now, after watching this, anything he makes, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like, I guess, Christopher Nolan. Like, I wouldn't put him up there yet, obviously, but this is a very good, because I think Christopher Nolan is...
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome in directing. But that's another discussion. Obviously,
that's a whole different thing. I would like to see if this can even go into like a new branch of Batman, or just explore the Joker the whole time. I would be down for that.
So that's what I was thinking about asking you guys. Do you think there will ever be like a sequel to it?
Yeah, he said he was up for it.
I'm up for it.
I mean, you shoot him forward 15 years, you really don't have to age him that much.
No.
And I was thinking about him, like, what's his age in the movie? Like,
that's good because it does kind of roll into like Batman a little bit.
But like Joaquin Phoenix is kind of like what? He's about our age.
I think he's maybe
he's
a little
probably 35.
No, he's older than that.
Really? I would say he's 30.
He's probably your age, Jared. Let's look it up.
35-ish.
I'll say 39. 39. I'll say 39. Hold on. We're waiting for Greg's confirmation.
I don't know if it necessarily said that. There was some dark shit. Like, I think that one part where I think that might be.
He's 44. So.
He's 44. Okay, so
so it'll be 50 something in like 15 years when Batman's older.
Yeah.
I mean, the Joker is only portrayed. I mean, I think when I think of the Joker, I think of the animated series literally off the top of my head, and he looks and he looks young in that. But if he looks, but I'm saying if you can't. That's
he kind of looked older. I think he was older.
So I mean, there's no problem with him being older than Batman. He's just, he's just badass.
Especially if it's how they set it up.
And I thought the way they set it up, man, at least for me being a Batman fan, like I think we all are, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I thought
that was cool as shit, man.
That was lifted from a. I didn't read this series though, but it was lifted from a comic book.
So that,
it makes a lot of sense.
It does. That's why I liked it so much. But you know what kind of took me away from it a little bit was, I remember before the movie came out, they said they weren't going to use source material from the comics. Mm-hmm. However, they still took things out of the comics and turned it.
You got to make it congruent.
But it's so many stories. So many Joker stories.
But I was just kind of, I don't know why I was surprised by that, but I just was. So it, if you have, please go see it. The movie was awesome. A friend of ours said they just saw it a second time today, and I'll go see it again, honestly, too.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it. I just want to... Yeah, I just want to see it again. I want to look at it from a different set of eyes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that the only reason people might be turned away from the movie is because it's not your typical superhero movie? Do you think that's the only reason?
No. I think people are going to see it
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, out of curiosity, and they don't even. And I don't think they understand what they're going into sometimes.
Right.
No, I think that's a big part of it too.
He's following hype, and it's cool.
Yeah. Like, yes,
But
you're
don't-
gonna see some dark shit. Like, it's fucking. First of all, it's DC Comics. Second of all, it's the Joker. He's a villain who kills people. It's like
It's always been that way.
yeah, that's
always been that way.
That's who he is. That's his character. So now that there's an actual movie that like, oh, this shit could be real type shit. Now everybody's like, oh, I mean, they all could have
I
been
still
real.
don't understand that, how that became just the whole thing.
What?
No, just the I guess the fear mongering that we were talking about. People like,
Well, I
oh,
mean-
don't go see it.
Well, I mean, somebody did get.
Yes,
somebody did. You know.
That was, I understand. Okay, I'm not saying I don't understand it, but I feel like adding to it in the sense of putting it on national news doesn't help, like whatsoever.
Well, but you gotta remember that's how media is this day. They're gonna jump on whatever is a hot topic these days.
Yeah.
But that's just how shit goes now.
So all right. So Jared, how many out of 5? Rating?
Are we doing?
Are we doing 5 or are we going to do
5,
what
just
was-
out of 5.
Just out of 5? Okay.
Just out of 5, I'm gonna go 4.5. 450 milliliters.
Okay. What about you, RJ?
I'm giving it a 5, man.
Give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5, man.
Yeah, I give it a strong 4.
Strong 4.
Strong 4. I mean, if I see it again, I might say it's a 5.
We gotta do the math.
We ain't got to do
yeah.
It's about
So 4.5.
4.5
You know
stars.
what would be cool is for
Yeah,
every
about
movie we
4.5
give a high
stars.
review to, we should pour that up in the beaker and drink it.
We
Well,
can do that
later.
later.
Not during the month
did
of
not-
October.
Yeah, we did not
not
plan any of that.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get this out here for y'all. We didn't really give too much away, so you can still
Yeah.
go see the movie and not have to worry about.
Do you? Well, hold on. Okay,
Trust
go
me,
ahead.
go see this movie. Like, I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes says. Go see this movie. It's a
Yeah,
good movie.
please.
Then maybe next week we'll
Yeah,
ruin it for everyone.
after we see it again, we'll definitely start talking about on point plot points.
Yeah,
But again, go see the movie. It's a credible performance. Probably one of the better ones I think we've seen by anyone in some time. I think we can all agree on that, and that alone makes it worthy of seeing. So, yeah. So, hey, I was going to ask you, since we didn't really give too much away, do you want to just keep it going?
well, I mean, I think we should.
Yeah,
Well, cut it out,
it,
Yeah,
and
just
then
cut
come
it.
back
then
in. Yeah.
Come back in. Okay.
So,
So yeah,
I might
go
have to
see
cut
that shit.
Yeah, go see that.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.